What we do in life echoes in eternity.
R. Kelly is one of the greatest American singers, songwriters, and record producers of our time. He has had many iconic hits from Bump and Grind, I Believe I Can Fly, and Step in the Name of Love. But is R. Kelly actually the leader of an Illuminati sex cult? Is R. Kelly an MK Ultra programming handler? Today, on Mysteries of the Universe, we will be taking a look into the life of the famous Robert Kelly to determine if he is guilty or innocent of taking young girls and keeping them prisoner. My name is Devin Worlds, and this is Trapped.
The R&B singer R. Kelly has denied allegations that he's holding several young women in an abusive cult. A BuzzFeed report accuses him of brainwashing women who got close to him in an effort to boost their musical careers. The 50-year-old has faced previous accusations of sexual misconduct, but has never been found guilty. His lawyer says on these latest allegations he'll work diligently and forcibly to pursue his accusers and clear his name. As adults, these women are free to consent to any form of relationship. Indeed, police welfare checks in Illinois and Georgia did not lead to any action being taken. The family of one of the women claimed their daughter is being held by R. Kelly at a home in Atlanta.
Release these girls and put them back where they belong. My daughter was off in college at the time, and I haven't seen her since.
I have pictures of where the house was, inside this house where he resided, where he had rooms set up for like a hotel for the girls to stay in. And he also had a black room where they do different acts, sexual acts in, and then he had the separate rooms, 3 separate rooms, total 4 rooms in his house, which they have it all identical like set up. My daughter's severely brainwashed. She's brainwashed to the point where she says anything that he asks her to say. She's not the same Joycelyn that we knew. So we just want him to release her and let her go on with her life, because he's affected too many young girls over the years. And I just wanted her home and to try to get her rehabilitated to the Joycelyn that we know and miss.
R. Kelly, aka the Puppet Master, is at it again. They say it's only 3 ways into the Illuminati: gay sex, blood sacrifice, and child rape. And I'm just assuming that when R. Kelly took his oath, he chose the 3rd option. Now look, back in 1994, R. Kelly married Aaliyah. He was in his late 20s and she was only 14 years old. The family of Aaliyah successfully argued to expunge all records of the marriage in 1997 because Aaliyah was too young to be married without her parents' permission under Illinois law at the time.
What's going on, everyone? Christian Hip Hop Wire here, and today we'll be talking about the upcoming Lifetime Aaliyah biopic. Apparently, an interesting nuance from the upcoming script has been revealed that the film will actually explore, to an extent, the singer's and fellow singer R. Kelly's relationship. You know, they were apparently married during her lifetime, even though they claimed to just be like a mentor-mentee relationship. And most people have always wondered actually what happened behind closed doors, and the film will probably explore that. Which leads us to a further point. This may be a reason why Aaliyah's family is actually trying to boycott the film and are seeking legal help to halt its production. What are your thoughts? Do you think this should be something that should be left off the screen, or do you think this is actually a story from behind the scenes that should be brought to light in the public eye? Give us your thoughts in the comments, and for more on the story, visit hiphopwire.com.
In a 1996 lawsuit that went mostly unreported at the time, Tiffany Hawkins claimed to have had a 4-year sexual relationship with Kelly that began in 1991 when she was 15 to 1994 when she was 18. According to the story, Kelly met Hawkins and at least one other teenage girl with whom he allegedly had sex with while he was visiting a choir class at Kenwood Academy in Chicago's Hyde Park neighborhood, where he'd attended school years before. Shortly after publishing the story about Hawkins' lawsuit, a videotape from an anonymous source arose, which showed Kelly having sex with an underage woman. The editors of the Sun-Times elected to provide the tape to the Chicago Police Department, which investigated its contents but was unable to verify the age or identity of the woman. A former intern at Epic Records named Tracy Sampson filed a lawsuit alleging that Kelly encouraged her into an indecent sexual relationship in 2000 when she was 17 years old. Her suit foreshadows the more recent allegations about Kelly's emotional manipulation of women. I was coerced into receiving oral sex from a girl. I did not want to have sex with him, she claimed in the suit. I was often treated as his personal sex object and cast aside. He would tell me to come to his studio and have sex with him, then tell me to go. He often tried to control every aspect of my life, including who I would see and where I would go. Kelly and Sampson settled out in court for an undisclosed sum. The New York Post reported that the following year.
Please give us your name, please.
My name is Asante McGee, Asante. I had an encounter with R. Kelly, and I lived with him at another location that's not far from here. I've participated and witnessed a lot of acts that I did not agree with, and the way he manipulates each and every woman that comes around. I'm blessed to have a strong will mind, and the things that I've witnessed. I have a 17-year-old daughter myself, and I always thought this to be my daughter. I've been reading the blogs. Everybody's saying that, oh, we're lying. R. Kelly's not this monster. He's not that person. I've always been a fan of R. Kelly from day one. I was always defending him until I got behind closed doors. I've reached out to the Savages as well as Isabel Clary parents because I saw both of their daughters, and I did not like what I was seeing. Again, I felt like if this was my daughter doing this, I would want somebody to come out to me and help me. So I've been with them and just giving them as much information that I've seen, just living in the house with them. And it just took a whole bunch of encounters that finally I got the willpower to just walk away. So I've been gone since last summer, but I've stayed in contact with them after I left and gave them as much updates that I could give them as far as the conditions that's treated, where you have to ask to be, take a bath, permission to shower, to eat, permission to go from one room to the next. He really manipulates your mind because of who he is and his fame. So if it wasn't because of his fame and you're happy because you're with R. Kelly, he wouldn't get away with doing the things they want. So as far as these girls, I feel like they've been in so long that they will need help because of the things that he puts in your head and make you believe everybody's against you.
Was this house here?
No, I've never. This is my first time being at this house. I was always at the main location. And I really don't know the address offhand, but it's another location that's not far from this home.
How long did you know about it?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
February 2002, Chicago police investigates Kelly over sex tape with an apparent 14-year-old. The girl, who was 17 at the time of the story, was identified by her aunt for a Sun-Times story about the video. The aunt believed the girl to be 14 at the time the tape was recorded. The Sun-Times elected not to publish the girl's name in the story. The accusations against Kelly began piling up in the spring of 2002 when 2 women filed a new lawsuit against him alleging sexual misconduct. The first, Patrice Jones, claimed that Kelly pressured her into a sexual relationship in the late 90s when she was 16 years old. Her suit, filed in April, alleged that she had had sex with Kelly 20 and 30 times before turning 17, and that Kelly impregnated her and coerced her into having an abortion. In May, a woman named Martina Woods also sued Kelly, alleging that he recorded them having sex without her knowledge, and that her recording was later included on the R. Kelly sex tape compilation that was sold by bootleggers under the title R. Kelly XXX. Kelly settled with both women out of court for undisclosed sums and denied wrongdoing in each case. June of 2002, Kelly is arrested and indicted on child porn charges for second tape provided to DeRogatis. 4 months after DeRogatis reported on the Chicago Police Department's investigation into the second tape, the singer was charged with 21 counts of manufacturing child pornography. He was arrested in Florida, where he was hit with 12 or more child porn charges based on photos police allegedly found, which also showed him having sex with an apparently underage girl. These Florida charges were eventually dropped after a judge ruled that the photos were obtained without probable cause for a search warrant. 7 of the Chicago charges were also eventually dropped. In 2016, Kelly goes public with his relationship with the 19-year-old. Last year, fans on social media were shocked when Kelly was photographed at a party with the then 19-year-old Haley Cohen. While the pair's apparent relationship was not in violation of any laws, for some it brought up distasteful memories of Kelly's past. Kelly has a history of preying on underage girls, Tom Sykes wrote on the Daily Beast. So perhaps we shouldn't be surprised that the 49-year-old is now reportedly dating a teenager. And now, finally in 2017, we have evidence that R. Kelly is running his own sex slave cult. When we return on Up TV, we will explore why R. Kelly may be guilty and how he himself may be a victim and puppet of the Illuminati. It is said that celebrities, politicians, and bankers have to sell their soul in order to achieve fame, wealth, and power. And if that is true, then that will make R. Kelly an official Illuminati puppet, perhaps under a form of mind control himself called MK Ultra. MK Ultra is a mind control program that was created by the CIA, but it is a program that rules in Hollywood, according to Roseanne.
You know, I'm lucky that I can do it, and I feel that I do it on behalf of many people in Hollywood too. I go to Hollywood parties, or you know, occasionally I go to Oscar parties and things like that, and people, big stars, people will grab me by the arm and take me aside and say, "I just want to thank you for the things you say." And it blows my mind, but that's the culture. It's a culture of fear for sure. You know, and it's a big culture of mind control too. MK Ultra mind control rules in Hollywood. If you don't know, Google that and look into it.
Well, we've talked about Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra mind control stuff from, I mean, this goes back decades and decades.
Many videos online even show alleged proof of celebrities under mind control. We've even done a few ourselves here on Up TV, and the evidence is mind-blowing. Some say that celebrities are gifted with the job of being handlers. It is because of their natural talent to control their victims. Evidence even shows that Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch was not only used as an MK Ultra programming site, but also that Michael may have been a handler himself. It's funny though, that with less evidence against Michael Jackson, the world began to hate him because of only allegations, but R. Kelly was never hated for marrying Aaliyah at a very young age or peeing on a very young lady as well. R. Kelly may not just be a puppet master when it comes to young girls, he may even have the world under his spell with his music.
He called himself the Pied Piper. You know who the Pied Piper was? The Pied Piper literally, a child molester. He literally played music and led kids out of a village, never to be seen again.
But is R. Kelly just a victim himself? Could he be programmed to behave this way? Perhaps he's innocent, and maybe this is another story created by the media to distract us from more important things currently taking place in the world. You be the judge. With so many allegations thrown at R. Kelly, it's kind of hard not to assume that he is guilty. One thing is for sure, he did marry the late great Aaliyah when she was only 15, and he did get caught having sexual relations with a minor who he urinated on. But what do you think? Is R. Kelly guilty or is he innocent? Sound off in the comment section and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as support this channel by donating to this channel by clicking in the link in the description of this video. My name is Devin Worlds, and as always, thank you for watching Up TV. Thank you for watching Up TV. If you like this video and would love to see more, check out these great videos here, and don't forget to subscribe to Up TV and Up TV 2 for even more great videos.